What up, everybody? It's Conservative Nerd here. How you guys doing? Today's video, I'm reviewing Invincible, 1 through 12. The first 12 issues of Invincible. I hadn't read it. I used to read Walking Dead by Kirkman. I read up to I think 60, 75, somewhere in there. It's a lot of the same thing after a while, but it was a good book. I like Kirkman. Uh, Invincible was great. First three issues. I thought the first three issues, it really reminded me of Ultimate Spider-Man. That kind of story of a hero's journey, a young hero just coming into grips with his powers. His dad's like a Superman type of dude. Came here to protect the planet, that's what he's told, and from his dad when he's little. And he grows, and when he's a teenager, he's going to get his powers and all that. And it's solid. I thought by issue 4, it kind of changes the tone a little. There's this whole underlying thing in there about high school kids getting kidnapped and blown up, and we get the revelation that it's one of his teachers who was just blowing up jerk kids. I thought by issue 4 it kind of gets a little darker in tone than Ultimate Spider-Man. It's a very... we get introduced to the teen team, a young teenage group of superheroes, and it's cool. He's good with characters. I think the characters in this are really enjoyable. They come off very likable. It's a very good book. It's very well written. I don't have any complaints. If the art, at first I wasn't big on the art, but then as the story goes, you realize that Corey Walker is a great action storyteller. A lot of very good sequential art in this, and the fight scenes are great. Issue 7 is blew the freak out of my mind, okay? By the time we get to issue 7, alright, Invincible's, real name's Mark in the book, and he's coming to grips with his powers, he's working with the teen team, he's coming around, and issue 7 is all about the Guardians of the Globe. They're like the Justice League of this world, or the Avengers. And we meet each one as they get called to a meeting. And we get to meet. They're all talked about for the first 6 issues. We hear about the Guardians of the Globe. We finally meet them in issue 7. Each member, we get a little bit with each member getting called in for a big mission. And then they show up, and Invincible's dad kills every single one of them, which is like, holy shit, what? Yeah, so yeah, this is mind-blowingly badass shit. Like, this issue changes everything. So then, we get a little bit lead up to issue 12 where, some bad guys bring back the Immortal, and he goes ape shit trying to kill Omni-Man, which is Invincible's dad. And Invincible gets to see his dad rip this guy in half. Just rips him in half. Oh, it's so nasty. It's so cool. And that leads us to cliffhanger for issue 12, where Omni-Man beats the living shit out of his son. Like, almost to death. Like, beats him to near death. And then slides off into space. So we don't know what's going on next. And that's where we left off at. So let me just say that this book is freaking great. If you haven't read it, I would highly recommend it. Big ups to Gualtzilla for putting this on my list. Thanks, Gualt. It was awesome. I loved it. It's very good. I'm going to read more. I'll do issue 13 to issue 24 next. Maybe we'll do like years. I got 2 more books to review for you guys. But that was great. Highly recommend if you haven't read Invincible. I missed the boat on it when it came out. I remember when it came out, it just looked like another superhero book. you know. And but no, it's better. It's very good. If you're looking for new entertainment and you're sick of Marvel and DC, definitely check out Invincible. It is great. Very bloody, which is awesome for me because I love, violence. So yeah, it was great. Some humor, some violence, a lot of bloody violence, and good stuff, man. Let me say, it's like Ultimate Spider-Man, but way more violence and way darker. But at times it's not dark, so it's a cool book. You get that Ultimate Spider-Man moments of a hero learning the heroic journey, but we also get that hardcore grindhouse violence of two huge superheroes just ripping each other apart. So it's like the best of both worlds. I can say that this is definitely one of the better superhero books I've read in the last 5 years. Maybe one of the best. As somebody's been reading Irredeemable, I went back and started reading Irredeemable by Mark Waid, which I've never read, and it's really good. I will say it's really good. This is better. Invincible's better. I definitely think Invincible's better than Irredeemable. Better characters. It's told in a way more comprehensible way. You kind of understand these characters even before you've already know these characters. They're the archetypes of every superhero book you've ever read, and it's different. It's very violent and very cool. Yeah, I think it's way better than Irredeemable. One of the best things I've read in a long time. So yeah, big ups to Walt for throwing that on my rec list, and I'm gonna do next. I got Aliens, Dead Orbit, and Green Lantern Earth 1 I'm going to do reviews for. And again, if anybody, and after I get those done, then I'm going to go back and do Invincible 13 to 24. But if anybody's got any recommendations of something they want me to review, something they want me to pop a review up for, throw it down and hit me up in the comments, and I'll definitely put it on the list and review it for you guys, because that's what I do. And thanks for watching, as always, and you guys have a great day, and enjoy the comics.